Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I want to thank all of y'all for your service and the men and women that work along yourselves. Two questions. One has to do with the role that you play at the border. I represent border areas, live there at the border. And then the other one has to do with the impact of the Army Transformational Initiative on the National Guard. I'll talk about the border. The National Guard has provided border security for many years. Again, working with the Department of Homeland in a host of different missions. They've done that both in a federal and a state status, performing a number of duties that include detection, monitoring, logistics, and transportation, enhancing the work that CBP or Border Patrol does down there. And that is to impede the denial or deny the illegal crossings, situational awareness, and we certainly want to thank you. Now that the numbers have gone down, Border Patrol has pretty much, it's not the way they were strained. So I would ask you to, continue doing the work you're doing there, but to look at some of the basic work. For example, let's assume this is the Rio Grande. Right now, the roads of Border Patrol come in this way. They need more river roads so they can patrol the river is one thing I would ask you to consider, number one. Number two, there is, unless if you're from the border, you're not familiar with the invasive carrizo cane that just grows very high on both sides of the border. But one of the things that we could do is to get rid of that carrizo cane, and we've added monies to get rid of that carrizo so Border Patrol can have a clear side of view. So since the numbers have gone down, I would ask you, besides the work you're doing, is talk to Border Patrol and talk to them about river roads and the eradication of carrizo cane. And I think that would be extremely helpful. Besides, keeping in mind that 1/3 of the cameras for Border Patrol are working, 2/3 of the cameras are not working. Think about that. 2/3 of the cameras are not working for Border Patrol. So those are some things that I think living on the border, I think will be very useful. And then the second question, General, I'd like to have a better understanding of the impact of the Army Transformational Initiative on the National Guard. As you know, the Army National Guard has 4 Apache battalions, including the 1st Attack Recon Battalion, 149 Aviation in the state of Texas. So there's more of us, a few of us from Texas, which currently is flying the D model Apaches that I understand are supposed to be divested. So what is the Army's plan for the Guard to ensure that we have a full fleet of current Apache helicopters, and what's the plan to sustain and upgrade the fleet? So those are my 2 questions.
Congressman, thank you for the questions. As we work super close with Secretary Driscoll and General George on the Army side with Army Transformation Initiative, the Army National Guard is very synced in. And obviously, National Guard's 325,000, really 328,000 strong. And so as we look at going into the future, keeping that transformation and very synced with the Army is important. And that's been synced across the board. As we look at Army aviation, I see that continuing to go in a very good direction from the Apaches. As we look at the Echo models, we've transformed 2 of the 4. A third is in transformation right now, and then Texas will transform in the future to Echo models. And I see a strong future for the National Guard as we go through this transformation with the Army. Congressman, on the border, General Gio has that as the combatant commander. General Gio and I know each other well, and we work very closely. 1,500 of our guardsmen are in Title 10 that fall underneath him. So we will certainly pass these comments forward on to General Gio. And also I work with General Salzer, who's the Adjutant General for the state of Texas, and where we have about 4,400 guardsmen supporting Operation Lone Star in the state of Texas. And so I've been down to the border twice to see our troops down there and how they're getting after the mission to seal the border.
Yeah, and when the numbers were high coming in from the border, Border Patrol needed help in logistics, transportation, and all that. The numbers have gone down tremendously. In fact, in the Laredo sector, a day we get maybe 30, maybe 40 individuals. And so across the board, the numbers are gone. So the logistics, the intelligence, and all that is very important. But I would ask you, again, everybody looks at the shiny objects. It's the basic things that should be done at the border that will have long-term effects. The river roads, imagine the river right here. The roads run this way, not this way. And the carrizo cane, they grow almost as high as this, ceiling. And again, they're on both sides. I'm just talking about the U.S. side. Just clearing that up will provide a better view from cameras, eyesight, horse patrols by Border Patrol. So I would just ask all of y'all, whoever's involved in this, just to pass that on. And I've talked to the general on this, but I think it's important that we keep the basics in mind. With that, I want to thank all of y'all for the work that y'all do and thank the men and women that serve with y'all. Thank you.
Thanks, Congressman.